would you do? Would you have the skills in order to survive? You never know how you're going to react in an emergency situation. I think that this situation between Marie and Golden Boy is a really important one to kind of go through how you think you would have reacted and the psychology of why Marie and Golden Boy reacted the way that they did. Didn't really expect that. It's an interesting thing because a lot of times when we're dealing with high intensity, high stress situations, a lot of what we do, a lot of the way that we react is kind of innate or more unconscious to us because it's the limbic part of our brain that takes over and gives us the script of what should we do? So let's follow along with what Marie does and think to yourself, what would be your natural reaction? Let me know in the comments if you would have survived this situation or been burnt like toast.
Marie, I had to.
Right away, you end up going through a really strong adrenaline response because you see the heat. It's something that you didn't expect. And a lot of times it takes our brain a certain amount of time to process. Interestingly enough, for those of us that are more prone to anxiety, our brain will process traumatic experiences actually faster. So if you're prone to anxiety, dealing with the trauma situation, you're actually faster to react. Your brain kicks into gear more quickly. So usually you will be the one that will react faster and more appropriately in the time of an emergency.
I didn't see anything.
She can tell that there is a dangerous situation. She needs to kind of calm him down. But the problem is that she's very reactive. Her facial reactions are really strong. You have to think to yourself, one is, when something shocking happens, are you the person that's exceptionally expressive? In this case, it will work against her because she's saying, I didn't see anything, but her facial reactions are saying, I'm freaked out. For Golden Boy, he's looking and saying, she's freaking out, she's not calm, she may not be able to handle this situation. And people that are more reactive, we don't know how they're actually gonna react. So know that sometimes what your words are saying, that's one part of language, but what we say is only about 20% of the informational content of how we're actually feeling. We're reading what are people's micro expressions. And I'll say it, for Marie, they're macro expressions. These are not micro expressions. Even though for Golden Boy, he's also under a stress response, it doesn't take much conscious thought to be able to read that she is freaking out right now. And that means that she's not someone that he can rely on and feel like comfort in the words that she says. Because the words that you say are one thing, but the way that she's reacting is completely different. How would you feel if you were Golden Boy? Would you want to toast her? He's actually trying to calm her down. So what do you think she should have done in that first situation? One would be not react at all. Or if she could process it fast enough, know that she should show that she's an ally. The first thing to do in emergency or trauma situations is to take a deep breath, take a moment, and don't let what you're thinking show on your face. People that deal with dangerous situations all the time know that they have to look calm under pressure, especially if you're in a leadership situation. Even when a child falls down, the first thing they do is they look to others to see, am I okay or not? If the person in authority is saying everything's fine and looks really calm, you feel more calm and relaxed. She's actually making him feel more stressed.
You don't understand what Brink did, okay? You don't know about the woods.
What?
Okay, please, he fell asleep with a candle lit in his mouth and he burned himself.
Right there, right? Like right there, then she has like that moment to be like, yeah, you're right. Actually, he just kicked me out. I totally was gonna be coming here to kill him in the first place. Let's get rid of the body. I'm your perfect alibi, right? Like she would want to be able to say, you know what? Don't toast me. I'm gonna be the one let's take care of this. You're right. So that she kind of commits herself to the crime, but then probably she has a greater chance of staying alive. Like he's actually impenetrable to her blood weapons. Her blood weapons don't even work on him. So she already knows that. So she doesn't have a lot of tools in her arsenal to be able to battle Golden Boy.
Yeah, for sure. Our secret.
So the next part is you see her breathing, like she's doing that chest breath, which is an anxiety response. So you want to be able to control the way that you're breathing. It's interesting because in a group dynamic, emotions are contagious. So if there's a few people that are really freaking out, that's why people that are first responders or people that are in the military or leadership positions, they're always like, take these people away, like move them away. They're not calming down. They're actually inciting people to feel even more stressed. And Marie does not do a good job of making Golden Boy feel secure that she has his back. And that's the first thing that she should want to do. That's it, right? That was the moment. Let's rewind that and take a look again.
Okay, please, he fell asleep with a candle lit in his mouth and he burned himself.
Like, he doesn't want to have to kill her. He doesn't want to have to get rid of her, right? You can see that. You can see that. That's the moment where he's like, I don't want to have to kill you, but I'm going to have to kill you. He's calculating the threat assessment, right? Is she someone that can increase the chances of his safety? And that's what she would want to do. She would have to make him say, like, you're lucky I'm here. Like, I have a plan. I already planned what to do. We've got this. What would you do in order to convince him that, one, keep you alive, but two, keeping you alive actually keeps you safe? Because it would, right? Like if they were both together, partners in crime, they could have each other's alibi, which would keep them both actually safer. You know, that's what happened. I'll have your alibi. You're lucky that I came here. I was already going to be there to wipe him out. Also, thank God you took care of it for me. He was trying to kick me out of the school. I have like a motive. So thank God you're here too. And the reason that she has this emotional response is that she has this rush of adrenaline inside of your system. If you have not practiced how to calm yourself down, or it's not the natural reaction that you have, we often react in these situations when our cognitive part of our brain is shut down and we're just going on autopilot. And people that are highly emotional in times of stress, we don't see them as easy to rely on because they're not really thinking. We know that unconsciously. His head is naturally saying no. It's an interesting thing. Often when someone says something like, yeah, I totally believe you, but their head is going no, it's the body language that you should read as being more honest than other things, more often than not. There are some people that naturally just nod because they might be thinking something else in their head, not at all what you're saying, but usually, yeah, go with the body language, not with what the words are saying. And so she knows he's saying, no, I don't want to have to do this. And so she innately senses danger. And we do that. It was really adaptive for us to be able to read body language really quickly and effectively to know if there's a threat. The faster we could do that, the more effectively that we could do that, the sooner we could learn to run, hide, protect ourselves, or attack in the time of danger. So it's almost like foretelling what will happen before it happens. And animals, humans are animals, and animals that could do that had a greater chance of survival. Is that animal going to eat me? Like it's just a smart idea to know sooner than later that that animal is about to eat me.
Why did you have to come, Marie?
You see, he does not see her, even before you see the little glint in his eye, he did not see her as, oh, this is good, this is my ally, you will protect me. If someone has a really strong attachment to someone, you could see that they would want to protect them even in a time of danger, but they just met. So in this case, she's just kind of collateral damage. She's an ends to a means, and in the end, he's gonna wanna protect himself more than her, and because he can't really trust that she has his back, he's like, I just have to do it. And he's not thinking really straight. He's really emotional also. So he hasn't had the time to really process it. And when you're feeling really anxious or upset or angry, you want to pause, not be able to react when you feel those responses, because odds are it's going to be a reaction. And even if it's the right reaction, it's the right reaction for the wrong reason, which is the wrong reason to do the right reaction. Hopefully you caught that. She ran pretty fast though. Like I'm happy she took off when she did. That was pretty effective. She didn't talk him out of it. She was just like, I have to get out of here and get out of here as quickly as possible. But the best chance for her not to end up toast would have been for her to be able to talk him down, to be able to try to let him know, I've got your back. I can take care of this situation. You're lucky you have me. Let's take care of this in a very calm, concrete, and even authoritative way. I've got this. You grab this, I'll grab the body, I've got your back. And then probably always just keep an eye on him. If he starts to get twitchy, she should still probably run. And if you like this video, you can check out my The Boys character compilation. I also have season 1 of Wednesday. Then I have The Last of Us. Then I have Arcane. Full analysis going to be coming up really, really soon. I have just a lot of videos that you can get, especially on Nebula and first on Nebula. And the wonderful thing about Nebula is that they're all ad-free, sponsor-free, just like all my other videos that are on Nebula. So if you hate ads, go check out my videos there. And that's the whole purpose of Nebula. It's a place where education creators can make high quality, can post things that are extended, and also can post videos that would never work on YouTube. We have creators like Legal Eagle, Nando V Movies, Alt Shift X, and so many more. And I also have my whole course on how to beat anxiety that is also available on Nebula. They also have exclusive originals like how they adapted Lord of the Rings, The Time When, and so many more. And they're all ad-free, sponsor-free. And you can sign up with my exclusive link below where you can get an annual plan of Nebula for 40% off. $250 a month, $30 a year, just by clicking on that link. And clicking on that link really does help support my channel, so thank you so much. And it's all early access, all extended versions. There's also courses, there's originals, and of course all of my compilations as well. All from amazing Nebula creators just by clicking on that link. So thank you so much for the support, Nebula, and hopefully I'll see you in the next video. So you can let me know how you would have reacted in the comments below. Would have you stayed calm, cool as a cucumber, or would have you been really reactive and perhaps shut down until the emergency was over? Let me know, and you can let me know your thoughts on Gen V in the comments below. Hopefully I'll see you in the next video.